Hello, coolers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest as usual. We start with Xavi Hernandez, who talks Messi, Araujo, Dembele, Gavi, Pedri, Lewandowski ahead of Manchester United vs Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on the press conference of the manager as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Koundé, who have outlined how Barca can beat Man United at Old Trafford, and he said maximum intensity. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, before we get right into the stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel, you are highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Barca have traveled to England as they get set to take on Manchester United in the second leg of their Europa League knockout playoffs. The first leg last week ended 2-2 with two teams playing a very entertaining end-to-end stuff. More of the same could be on the cards for Old Trafford later tonight with a spot in the round of 16 in the tournament on the line. Ahead of the game, Xavi interacted with the media and touched upon several aspects regarding his team. Of course, we are going to be discussing on that in this video. Talking on the United at Old Trafford, facing the team at Old Trafford, Xavi said, "It will be a great game. The stadium is marvelous. The atmosphere, both teams are in great form. We are talking about an opponent that is one of the best in Europe at the moment, and we hope to give our best. United have mentality, pace, passion. They showed it at the Camp Nou, and we have to match them. We have to have personality and a lot of intensity, as well as the mentality to beat a big team in Europe. It's a perfect scenario," he said. On whether the second leg will be similar to the first leg, Xavi said, "I think so. It will be similar. They will press and press more because of the atmosphere they are. It will be more of the best games you can see in Europe." Then on starting 11 for that game, Xavi said, "I have the idea and the approach will be the same if we play with 3 or 4 midfielders. We are motivated. I think we can play a great game. We have every chance of winning. Tomorrow will be a good test." On having made his Champions League debut as a player against United, he said, "I was nervous on the touchline with Van Gaal. Beckham scored, we drew, but we had a chance to win." On the key absence for the game, he said, "We are missing Pedri and Gavi, but I would highlight the absence of Dembele for everything he gives us. Pedri gives us rhythm, Gavi gives us intensity that will be necessary tomorrow. There are alternatives to compensate for Pedri and Gavi's absence. We have to bring other intensity." On Araujo, he said, "I've tried to get him to take risks. It's not his main quality. When you dominate a situation, it gives you an amount of uncertainty. We always want to play in the opposition half. If you see how he passes the ball, changes of direction, he has improved a lot." On Roberto, he said, "I like to have Roberto in the team. He plays everywhere. He's a guarantee, and tomorrow he will surely be important." On the possibility of extra time and penalties, he said, "All scenarios are possible for tomorrow's game. Extra time, penalties, our idea won't change. Attack, be protagonist, press them. Don't let them feel comfortable. They showed passion at Camp Nou, and we have to match that tomorrow." On the confidence within the team, he said, "Tomorrow we will see if we have changed. We cannot say that we have changed. We haven't been up to the task in the Champions League. We are in the Europa League. We can't say we are back. Tomorrow we have to test ourselves and prove it on the pitch. We are in a good moment with confidence, leaders in the league. We won the title, but it's another test, another competition. We have to take a lot of mentality." On the keys to win at Old Trafford, he said, "Intensity, duels, having personality, play without complexes, forget about what has happened in recent years in Europe." On the possible return of Messi, he said, "For Messi, this is his home. He has the doors open. He's a friend, and we are in permanent contact. His return depends on him." Then on whether Messi would fit into his Barca team, he said, "Of course, he is the best player in the world, the best player in history. He would always fit in the team." In the Europa League, he said, "There are 5 titles we are competing for this season, and we have already won one. We are a long way from the semi-finals or finals, but it's important test. It's a lost title if we don't go through. We are very excited about the Europa League and the Copa del Rey." On the pressure on him, he said, It's for me as a coach, everyone would want to play in this environment. I would tell them to be calm and control their emotions. On Rashford, he said he's an outstanding player. He's going through an extraordinary moment, but that's all. We will try to do the same. But yes, we have to take him and the team into account. On Robert Lewandowski, he said, strikers always need to score and they are up for debate. We look beyond goals. He has also made a difference in assists like the one against Villarreal. Lewandowski is a huge player for us. He has changed the mentality of the club. On whether Barca will be hurt by the absences, he said, we are here to compete. The absences can't be an excuse. I think we have the team to win and go through. On former Madrid stars Casemiro and Rafael Varane, he said they are both important for their team, the mentality, the passion. They are used to playing these kind of games. They have the experience. On Pep Guardiola, he said, I haven't spoken to Guardiola. I have a very good relationship and we often talk. But tomorrow we have a lot of work to do and he is focused on tonight. We'll meet another time. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barca defender Jules Koundé has pressed the team needs to be a step ahead of where they were last week against Manchester United in the UEFA Europa League. Speaking in a press conference ahead of the second leg tie against Premier League side, the former Sevilla man said that the players are aware of the fact that Manchester United are a strong opponent, but they are ready to take up the challenge. Yes, it's my very first time. It's a historic and spectacular stadium. The Frenchman told the media on the prospect of playing at Old Trafford for the first time in his career. He said, "We come into the with the ambition and desire to win this match. We'll have to go one step further than we did last week. Europe is always a big challenge. Even it's in the Europa League, we are playing against a strong opponent. It's a challenge." The 24-year-old went to say that a strong defense is going to be key for the team against United at Old Trafford. Adding to it, he mentioned that the Blaugrana already have a strong back line, and this can be understood by the fact that they have considered just 7 goals in the league this season. He said, our defense has been key since the start of this season. We are doing very well in the league, but there are certain things to improve on. It is a challenge not to concede a goal. We will go out with this ambition. It's a pitch that's going to get tight, and we have to come out blocked in with maximum intensity. It's a rival that wins duels, and we'll have to be up to the task. The first minutes are key. Against United last time out, Koundé took up the role for the centre-back, while Araujo was deployed on right-back. Koundé's role at reverse when Barca took on Cadiz in the league recently. And speaking about this, the Frenchman simply said that this is a decision that rests with manager Xavi. He said, the position of Ronald Omi is decided by the coach. Later, within that, it is a collective effort, not only the goalkeeper and the 4 defenders. We all attack and defend. Each one has to do his job. I'm sure that we will see the best Barca. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.